I can't, I have to follow them. Otherwise I will go to, so that's the reason for lots of people that give up their E. But for this House Speaker, Mike Johnson, he is a young mentor. Young mentor usually is quite, had a strong, inside. And also outside is around the yin mental. It's what is like, Chinese, we call the yin bao yang. It means yin around the yang. So when you see these people, your looks is a bit softer. But actually inside he had a strong part. That's what we cannot see. Another is mental is a revolution element. But, why we say it's a revolution element? We just back to the nature. When autumn come, what happened? Sometimes it's suddenly the very cooling, chilly, the temperature change, and you can feel, it's revolution time. The weather change is not hot anymore. So a lot of people in history, and they doing some, revolution things, and most of them, they are mental person, young mental person, or in mental person. So that's the one part we need to know. So he is the one. Then he is born in the month is we call the cow soil. What cow soil mean? The winter time, the soil is a bit hard, or you're feeling like a bit cold. But actually, it's a bit strange, like when outside temperature is very cold, but actually underground is quite warm, or we say room temperature. So if you had a well, you will know. If you use underground water, at winter time, the water is warm. And if you summertime, the underground actually is cooling. So because the hot things all goes up to the sky, so that's why that make the bottom of the soil, and the temperature is much lower. But when winter time, actually is more room temperature. So this person was showing like it's not hot, not too cold, it's room temperature. So,
Interesting.
so can you
Yeah,
feel,
yeah. You know what, Freda, this is a
yeah.
very interesting point. I want to talk with you about Speaker Michael Johnson, because we all know that earn respect and trust from other people is a pretty hard thing. But he kind of, he has even earned the nickname recently. Nickname is called Sainthood. And you know what? He earned the trust from the two different groups. I mean, the two parties in the House. So this is the point I really want to talk with you. Is it from the perspective of the Five Elements Bazi? This person can be trusted. It is easy to understand, right? But is there any explanation about this person can be trusted by two different groups?
Yeah, because that's why I said he got the young mentor, and outside is in mentor. So I'm not sure is he the same like what I set up, like both side had in mentor. So he will more like try to balance, it's like a scale. I will, try to balance this side or that side. So you can see every time he got a win to the Trump side, it's just one point more or 2 point more, very
Yeah.
little win. Yeah. Why is that? Because it will make people, feel more comfortable. Like, it's we need to know the left hand and right hand. They had huge conflict. So if you got too many on the left hand or too many on the right hand, is not good for the inside unite. So what his way is, he gets the win, but get just a little bit. Just a little bit, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just so that's important because he know how to get a little bit of
Yeah.
win. Then push these things goes not too bad. It's
Mm-hmm.
so that's why I think he is the right person to do this job because he had a very strong heart inside, but he also showing outside is a bit softer, not too tough. Sometimes if people too tough, no, then other people will reject or not happy or it's a conflict.
Mm.
More easy get that. So he was showing outside just a little bit, so that's why some people, I remember when he's first come out, and in the medium actually people not put too good on him.
Mm-hmm.
I just think maybe he's too soft, or well, turning left right, between that
Yeah.
wave or
So that's
something.
why the
Yeah,
media
yeah.
said they had truly underestimated him before.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So that's why. So I just think because we talk about these two persons. So one is root on the soil and had a very heavy mantle. One is had a soil but had a very strong wood. So I find the photo about they both, put their palm out. So I just think, okay, that's not bad. So we can use the hand to explain a little bit, maybe better than facial, or maybe we can talk more,
Yeah.
yeah, next
But
time, or if we have time, we can say more.
before
Yeah.
before the Frida,
So,
before you give us your opinions about the palm lines, right? Could I ask a question?
yeah.
Because in China we usually say different different you better to say the different side palm based on the your customer is a lady or the gentleman. So is it a rule?
Yeah, that's true. So that's why it's really hard to find the the palm hand, on the right
Mm-hmm.
hand, because usually people just look left hand.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't have a choice because they all hand up
Okay,
right
okay,
hand.
good.
So that's why I just think, okay, I try to find the right hand one, but the right hand also can showing bit. So that's the one I just think, oh, we can try to compare these two hand. And one is quite interesting, both of them that had an M in their palm. Um, and Carrie, if you go to YouTube and you type like a M in the palm,
Mm.
and that had a full video talk about what that meaning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they both like had M in their hand. You can clear see they had a
Oh,
big
yeah, yeah,
M.
yeah. I am the letter
Yeah.
M, huh? In the.
Yeah. But today we just talk a little bit about this palm. What they showing.
Mm-hmm.
From the Johnson, and he had from the little finger, the ring finger and the middle finger. He had this part. It's like a pop up quite strongly you know. And for his hand is very interesting. Have you found his finger is shorter than his palm?
Mm.
Yeah, because the people had a heavy mantle, and sometimes their palm were quite huge.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a friend. Yeah, she is also quite a strong mental person, and she had the palm. It's quite bigger. It's quite look like a square.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite wide. And but his finger is more like a soil
Yes.
finger. We say if a person had a strong
Mm.
soil, their finger look like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but his finger is really looks like the soil. very short, very strong, very pop
Mm-hmm.
out, you know. Yeah, that's the soil. It's showing the soil. And so he had three, you know, it's some people it's called the water and the sun and the soil, you know, that part of star, it's better like or English, what they call the is apple, um what's called the another is called Mercury, Acro, and Saturn. So that's three.
Mm-hmm.
So this three is connect with like is a middle finger, little finger. Little finger, the outside part, it pop out. That's talk about money.
Oh.
You know that people hold a big money power. They have to be a little bit pop out.
Mm-hmm.
You know that all they can earn had ability to hold the money, or they can control money. You know, some people maybe not had so much money, but they can had the power to control the money. So that's the water part. Then the from the ring, and this one it's called the apple, and that one is for the we call the sun 太阳球. It's called sun, and it's talk about the power. You know, some people like to hold the leader
Mm-hmm.
power, or you had the power, you know, to control something. So that part will be more strong. And so we can compare the pop. Pop had this part is you also can clearly see, but it's not so pop out. But one is we need to understand they're different age. And Johnson is the same age as me, you know, like generation 70s. And Pop is more older, like he's turning 70 or over 70 something. So it's
Let's check.
yes, age is different. So when you age young and your hand is got a strong chi energy, you know how you see your chi energy is strong is your top finger. If all your top finger is all looks like you know the pop out, very you know in Chinese we call 饱满, you
Mm-hmm.
know, it's full of out. And not seeing like, oh, you shorted water, you know, some people hand out, you can see, wow, looks like you shorted you know some water or you know nutrition inside, you know. So that means your chi is not strong, so your chi is getting lower, so your finger will showing you. So for Johnson, his finger is quite strong. So he got a quite strong the chi, and also he had a very big thumb. You know, his thumb is very long
Mm-hmm.
compared with his other you
Fingers.
know
Yeah.
the fingers. Yeah, yeah. So he's very long. That means you know the personal, you know, the self. You know, some people we have say people have self like confidence, or you know, or they be more individual, or um in Western countries they training people you know more independent or something.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the one part can see. So that he's very long. So that's the one. And so we got some top three parts. Then he got another part is we call the is a finger we call index finger. So that's the second finger, index finger. So the index finger and in at this point it's called the Jupiter, and the Jupiter part is also quite bigger. You know, I think the pop also had a quite bigger area, looks like, you know, quite obviously you can see, yeah. So this is called independent, very independent. You know, the people, most people had the leadership. This part had to be very strong. So they both of them, they had quite clearly, you can see this part. So, but for pop, this one is more strong than Johnson one. So I think maybe religion is more powerful, because that's whole world power. So it looks
You
better,
mean the
more
you mean
big.
the rare under the index finger roots, right?
In the finger, it's just next to the thumb,
Mm,
yeah. Next to thumb, then end
mm,
that part, and they had one area
mm.
pop out little bit, yeah. Some people is flat. Usually, if you flat, that means you're usually not interested to be too if this part is weak. How you see weak? Like looks like a shorted water, or had a lot of line on that, and so that kind of people, they hardly to be independent.
You mean self-awareness, huh?
Yeah. Oh, self-confidence, self-awareness, self-confidence. So it's all come from
So
this.
for the ladies,
Yeah.
they have it's better to show their left hand to check this, huh? Check the areas.
Yeah. Yeah. And also like if we check this people, we call about the E, is this people can handle the bad situation, and can get out to doing something. And it's see this corner of the between the thumb and the index hand, and they had one area, if you close your thumb, and you can see the area. But I got this do I put another photo, little photo about the palm photo? It's called the up mass, or it's or Venus,
Yes,
this
yes.
part. Yeah.
The Venus part means what? Means
Means like this person had an E.
E.
Some people I can, you this way you do is wrong.
Mm.
Some people this part is very weak. If you compare people's hand, you will find how weak they are.
Oh.
Everyone's so different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But if this part is pop out of looks quite
Mm-hmm.
strong, and people can handle the difficult situation, can hold, like adjust things. So we call the
Mm-hmm.
E. So that's important. Yeah. So that's the part. Especially if you're a leader, and you need to have this quite strong
Mm-hmm.
one. But compare these two person, and the hand, I feel the Johnson's hand is much strong. It's a big. I think one is age, young. Another is for the pop, and he had one finger. Is not really, looks so good. The
Mm-hmm.
one finger, and it's the ring finger. Had a little bit of, in Chinese culture medicine, each finger is connect your one organ in your
Mm-hmm.
body. Like for example, if your heart is not really strong, or your lung not really strong or
Mm-hmm.
something, and they will showing on your finger about that. So
Which finger?
so that's yeah. And one is for pop, his chi on the hand is not so
Mm.
strong, because you clear, you can see his hand is the chi is not strong.
Mm.
So like the energy, some goes to not strong. But of course, it's for the
Yeah.
age.
He's
If we
already,
compare same
yeah,
age,
he's
it's still okay.
75 years old.
Yeah. But you need to see, some signal already, showing a little bit, like the chi is start to a bit
Mm-hmm.
weak. Yeah. So that's the one part. And also for the we can check a little bit of their both face, for the pop, you can see he got a very round,
Yes.
forehead. Last time we told he 景阳骨, it's the front head top is very strong, So that means he is used to be training like not give up. Like if you're doing something, I have to win, or oh, this person have a quite wide knowledge, and usually their forehead is very big, and you can see very very hard, especially the middle part. That means his memory is still good. His forehead is about the person's memory, and how strong you are, is that part. Yeah. So if you compare Pop with Jace Johnson, and I think Pop is more strong than Johnson. Yeah. Johnson's hand and is a little bit like the more logic thinking. It's because he's not showing his whole forehead, so we just see a little bit part. But for Pop one is quite smart, intelligent,
Yeah,
forehead.
because you can clearly
So
see the forehand reflect the light.
yeah, yeah. but that's important, because we need to know that's the top leader of this religion, so it's a very important position. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I
Okay.
give out today. It's yeah, hope it can help.
Pretty interesting, especially when you talk about the figures Bazi with we call this uh, Dao
Yeah, we call
wisdom.
仁义礼
Yeah,
智
yeah,
信.
仁义
Yeah,
之
yeah.
信. Yeah, in English is wisdom, right? The humorous wisdom, huh?
Yeah, yeah. But we can also like quickly go through a little bit like about this other um element, or
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
please. Which ones we missed? Is it
like
water?
a fire.
Yeah.
Fire usually is two medicines, is bright and hot temperature. So bright temperature is this person. If this person want to achieve something, or like some Trump always say, oh, I had a dream, and make American great again. That is the bright and temperature. So because Trump had fire in his the database, that's why he's showing is like he like to be bright others, and he always had the warm energy. So that's important. So people had fire, they will had a little bit of something like that. If people had fire and they looked like quite cold, so that people is it's, I think it's go to totally wrong way, and they will make their life very bad. So if you are sun, you had a lot of fire, you need to give some others bright. So what is bright? Like a lawyer, a justice system, or some day, if a fire day, fire very strong day, and you're more easily to see police on the road. So it's just like it's just an image, tell you what is fire is.
Yeah.
So it's
Frida,
yeah,
just
yeah,
want to interrupt you because in the yin yang wu xing, we have two June, right, this year.
yeah.
I mean the May and June. We both we call this 2 months is both June. We call the 闰六月, right? Is that means very hot months for the people?
Yeah, it's I think it's for maybe north country will be more hot, it's yeah, it will affect a little bit, but for the element of the month it's not changed. Like even you because we talk about is the lunar calendar. So lunar calendar is follow the moon. So sometimes we got a 13 months. So it's a bit different. But for this Bazi one, and it's never changed. Like we just follow like if this month is May, so it's a snake month. Then the next month is a horse month.
Ah, you mean the lunar calendar different with the Huangli, right?
Yeah,
Mm.
lunar calendar. Yeah, it's different with the Huangli. Huangli is not follow that. Huangli is follow the first day of spring. You know, Huangli is follow the 4 season.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, so it's like a 4 season calendar. You know, like a first day of spring is 4th of February. So it's always like that. So it was separated Jie and Qi. So we like a half month Jie, half month Qi. Then it just regularly. So that's why we need to memorize the 24. You know, the season,
Okay.
especially for farmer. You know, because you need to know what time you can start to plan, what time you need doing something, and it's never changed. It's never changed.
Okay.
So that's like a factor or of the universe, so all this change is from that, the all this nature, the change is from that. That's why we need to understand for human. Sometimes we're happy, sometimes not happy. Sometimes we like a spring, sometimes we like summer, sometimes we like
I see.
autumn. So yeah. So, but you need to, follow this change. So you need to know where you are, who you are, and you see this change, then which decision you should make and is better for everyone, or for, this situation.
Okay.
So because most people is uh stay with other season, like
Oh, yeah.
it's already autumn and they're thinking it's still summer, and it's already winter and they're thinking it's still spring. So that's why I make their life not good. That's why I said for the soil we need honest, like we need honest ourselves. It's changed. So what's the situation? What is the factor? So if you often doing that, and you won't make things too bad. But if you, always stay in the wrong season, your mind always in wrong season, then you're not honest to the factor.
I see.
And then it will cause, a lot of conflicts. Usually humans' problem is all created from that.
So for the five elements and Bazi, we only focus on the 4 seasons calendar, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So is it still one element you missed to expand? I think it's water, right? Okay.
Yeah. It is water. Yeah. Water is one is, the water they, tido, they keep running. So normally water person is, like talk, some people will say, oh, they talk too much.
Talker.
Yeah. But they had a good thing is they very brave. Any problem coming for them is not a problem. They will over the problem because they can transform. So because the water can, like they can run into the sea, they can go turning around. They can face all difficulty situation, and nothing can stop them to continue. So, and also they can transform, like to go up, go down. And I remember I had one day, it's this year snake month, snake year. Then that day is snake year, snake month, snake day, and snake time. So what happened is I was in the farm, so I just think nobody there, only my mom. So what could be, happen? So I just watch the time imaging. Yeah. Then my mom come and she said, "Oh, I need some cow poo poo. I have to go to collect the cow poo poo."
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I drop her to the side. Then all the cow is around her. I just feeling upset. Just think, is that okay? It's because she's a old lady. It's but then that time I got a call from a friend, and she's a water. And you know what? She talked to me. She talked to me about she got money, quite big money today, for some
Mm-hmm.
reason, Then I just think, oh, water's money is fire. And on this snake year, snake month, snake day, and snake time, and some when water talk me about the money, and my mom is collect the poo poo. I just think for poo poo, cow poo
Mm.
poo is plant food, so that's plant money. Yes,
Wow.
I just want to laugh. It's because my mom is water and my friend is water. That's all drip water, and nothing, nobody others is around me. So it's just during that time, the things
Oh,
happen,
okay.
and
Could
you
you,
think,
yeah,
it's
could you
funny,
please
yeah.
ask which one, AI to draw a picture of the image you just said? I want to review it.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, okay,
So we appreciate it. We have a 1 hour live
yeah,
today. So Freda, your opinions give me some new ideas about how do we make the live next time. So
yeah,
let's do this next time. Okay, let's continue to this.
yeah,
Thank you, Freda.
yeah, yeah. Thank you,
Hmm.
Carrie. Yeah, it's nice talk. Yeah,
Thank you.
thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Yeah,
Have a nice
thank you.
day.